I hope that is in a good position. Let's see. I think that's going to be okay. I think I'll put my teapot over here. We're a little early. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being on time. And I've been shutting my phone off the last couple of weeks to make sure that I don't get interrupted before the chat starts. Now, gotta make sure my battery is on. It wasn't plugged in on my PC so that I can get a good charge on it. I hope a moderator is in the house so they can be speaking to everybody while I get my settings and everything up on my PCs and the right monitors so I can have the information that I want to present to you all today. YouTube. And can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to pick up the chat now. And let's see who's here. Regina Tyson in the house. A. Fisher Frontier Farms is in the house. Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead is here. Miss Kia Parks, my internet daughter. Karen Witherspoon, Best Yet Journey. Thank you for being here. Salon Diva Home and Garden is here. Southern Red Sugar. Chine Moss is in the house. My Renaissance Garden is here. Miss Ellen from Guards, Quilts, and Art Traditions is here. Lavender for Luck, thank you for being here. Did I say Cotham Creations? Thank you for being here. We also have Cherie Benjamin and Chloe K. Lorraine T, I think I said. Yankee Sister, thank you so much. Speaking to everybody. Lavender for Luck, speaking to everybody. Big Mama's Garden. I thought about naming my garden in that in 2015 when I first came onto YouTube, because my grandchildren called me Big Mama, and my mother, her grandchildren, which is my children and all my siblings' children, called her Big Mama, and my mother's mother was called Big Mama. It's a Southern name, and even though, even though I was up north, we liked it. And the reference big does not mean you have to be this huge person. It's just that you the head mama. And my sister's grandchildren call her G-Ma. G-Ma. That's cute. But anyway, that's how I got my name, Big Mama. I am one that likes traditional things. Traditions for Christmas, Easter, you know, holidays. I'm an old-fashioned girl. Miss Kia Parks, thank you for being here. And I see everybody is just speaking. Amani Anita Newsom is speaking to everybody. Cassandra Dominic is here. I'm honoring my great-grandmother that we all call Big Mama. Yeah, that's where we got it from. It's a traditional thing. I'm an old-fashioned girl. I'll never forget when my daughter was in college. We sang in the choir. She sang alto, I sang soprano. And try not to call nobody's name. A lady in the choir said her stepson was real handsome and he had a good job. Can I give you his number to give to your daughter? And I said, for what? Well, I think they'll make a cute couple. I said, and he can't approach her? My daughter's not going to call no dude. She wasn't raised like that. And I wasn't either. And I think a lot of the hip, cool things that people do today is the reason why there's so many divorces. And I'm not into that. I'm just saying people don't. The man is supposed to be the man. You want to invite a young lady out? A young lady, well-educated, good reputation. Why should she have to call you? No. I want to know what you all think about that. Is anybody saying anything? Okay, everybody just speaking. I don't know what made me bring that up, but it just came up. Came up and I said it. Okay. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is put if you want to join my Perks clubs, I'm going to put that on first, and then I'm going to pin it to the top as I go over. Oh, it's telling me I got too much. Okay, so I got to take some of this stuff out. Cut. And I'm going to pin it to the top. They just started that a few weeks ago. Then the next thing I'm going to do, and my moderators got my back, but I like to just start off putting certain things in. The Cash App, because I got to make a little announcement because I'm going to give some prizes away tonight. However, I need to say that YouTube has nothing to do with this contest. That can be held liable for a little small amount of things that I'm giving away. It may not be small to us, but to people that are not gardeners, they would think it's small. And let me just say that I appreciate those of you that have been emailing me early saying that you want to have the seeds of the month. I don't have any problem with you asking me for it early. That way you make sure you get on the list. And I'm not going to call out any names, but I have several people that did that already. And the reason why I pinned how to join this club memberships is because people email me about it every week. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying maybe I'm not doing a good enough job explaining the Perk clubs and how you join. So I'm going to start doing it. I think I skipped a couple of weeks and I didn't say it. And then that's when there was a real big problem. So let me share with you. There are 3 levels of Perk clubs. The first one is the least expensive. It's the Grow Your Own Perk Club. And you pay, if you click on that link, you pay via YouTube $2.99 a month. And that entitles you to check your mail after you let me know Oh, thank you. Let's give Lydia a hand. She's been a member for 7 months of the Eat Your Own Club. And you see her emoji change. She has the pearls, because you all know that's my little saying. When I want to bring something really strong to your attention, I say a pearl from Lady Cheryl. Doesn't mean I'm the first one to come up with whatever I'm talking about in my videos. It just means that I think it's important. It's something that I didn't know 5, 10, 15, 40 years ago, because I've been gardening that long. I'll be 68 this July on my birthday. And so I thought that would be the highest honor. So I got to come up with something else for a logo. So yeah, where was that? Okay, the first tier, grow your own, $2.99 a month. You get the seed of the month. Sometimes it'll be a dozen seeds, sometimes 6, depending on what it is. It may only be 3 seeds if it's something like loofah or something like that is more expensive. And every week you can shout out your channel name. And once a month, you can put up how long you've been a member, just like Lydia from Best Yet Journey just did. And then the next tier is called Eat Your Own Perk Club. And in this club, you get the same perks that you get from the level 1, Grow Your Own, but you also get in the Eat Your Own Club for $4.99 a month. You also get to attend 1 food preservation class a month. And you pay that through YouTube. And by the way, excuse me, the preservation classes are $30. But you get a chance to go for free, 1 a month. And then it's going to be 2 months out of the year where there'll be 2 classes that I offer. And I'm going to see what people are saying in a minute after I get through the last tier of the Perks Club. And it's called Make Your Own. And if you're new to my channel, I have a product line, a natural line of body, hair, and spirit products. When I say spirit, I mean the candles. And I make all of these products, and I teach you all in the Make Your Own Club once a month, 2 times of the year. I teach you how to make products. So if you want to start your line, if you want to make teas and honeys and body butters and scrubs and lotions, I'll be giving those classes. I charge $50 for those classes as a licensed cosmetologist, educator, and beauty college director, one who has done a lot of schooling online and on the job about making products. And I also worked for a major product company that made natural and chemical products. So you pay $9.99 for that perk of going to those classes, and you get 1 class free every month or 2 twice a year when there are a lot of days in the month. Okay? So if somebody wants to join, you're always welcome. And please don't email me, tell me how can you join if you watch this video or in the replay or in the chat. But I don't mind getting your emails, okay? The email address will be up there. And I just saw one of my moderators, Barb Brownlee, has already put up the website. And it has a page on there all about Lady Cheryl, and it'll tell you a little my biography and, you know, how many years I've been gardening and how long I've been making products and that type of thing, how I accumulated my knowledge and my customer base. Okay. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Hi, Cherie. Thank you for being here. And Barb Brownlee, I mentioned your name, but I don't know if I spoke to you. And I don't think I spoke to Auntie's Backyard or Bougie Pepper, Veggie Farm Garden. I think that's where I left off. Oh, there is a E-TIS. E initial TIS, T-I-S. Thank you for being here. And she's in one of our groups. And Miss Andrea Lucas is in the house from Tacoma, Washington. She's speaking to everybody. Okay, so Allsnat Homesteader is here. Let me go back some more because I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, yeah. So now you know about the Perk Clubs and you know how to join. And if you are watching the replay, I have to say this, and you couldn't comment during the live chat, that is because the world that we live in, we have a lot of unhappy people that hide behind monitors and troll positive energy like that's coming from this chat. So we have to block them. So you have to be a subscriber to talk in the chat, okay? And I change it from week to week, how many days you have to be a subscriber. Because I even had one time, and I'm not going to dwell on this, I was having a live chat. Somebody gave me a cash app, no, a cash sticker. What do you call them? Super chats. And then they spewed some venom. So since we've been doing this and setting and who can comment on in the live chat, we haven't had those problems. Okay. Hey, Fatima, thank you for being here. Backyard Farming with Ashley. I'm so happy that you're in the house. So are there any questions about the Perk Club? Now, you guys know that after I do everything that I'm going to be talking about, then I'm going to open the floor or the chat room up to any questions that you may have. Okay? But if you have any questions about the perks, separate from the questions you may ask me later on, you're welcome to ask me now. And by the way, I'm drinking my relaxation tea because I worked real hard today. And when I get off of this chat, I'm going to bed. Okay? Because I need to, I don't want to go into details about showering, but I need to do that. And I need to put on some of my pain cream because I did some kind of heavy lifting. Okay? Getting things ready for, we're going to have some ice Saturday morning. I think the low, if the weather doesn't change, we're going to get down to 25 degrees. So I had moved a lot of stuff out the greenhouse, and I had to get them in position where I could cover them real fast. But that leads me to what the special of the week from now until the 14th, when I go on air, it will be the pain cream. So let me pull it up. And if I have anybody in the chat that have used the pain cream, please put a few words in and let the people that don't know about it or haven't used it before, what you think. And I'm not asking anybody to pump up any, thing, because it speaks for itself. It works. So, and another thing I did, I moved the specials to stop people from ordering the item in the wrong spot. I rearranged the order of the website. So you have your home first, and then you have your specials and your gift sets. So if you click on the second link, or if you're on a PC across the top, you'll find out that every Monday night I will announce, and I actually do it before the chat. I do it in the morning because I'll never get caught like that again unless it's an act of God where I came on and I couldn't publish the chat because the internet was acting up, or my PC. My PC was acting up because I was dusting it and got it out in the wrong setting. But anyway, this pain cream is wonderful for all of you gardeners. I'm telling you, I can't see the chat because well, yes, I can. I can take it and move it to this monitor. Yes, I can move the chat over here. And it's really good for people that have rashes, cracked feet, or rough skin on your heels and your knees, mild sunburns, small wounds, not something that you need to have stitches or sutures for, but frostbite, stretch marks, muscle fatigue, like I have here and here, and it's arthritis too. You just apply a real thin coat on it, that area, and gently massage it in, and you can use it 2 to 3 times a day. My sister-in-law, who is on the front page of my website with a rash, and she testified or sent me a testimony about how it cleared up her skin rash. This was in the beginning of COVID, and she couldn't get to the dermatologist. They weren't taking what was called non-emergency office visits or surgeries, if you guys remember that. And she has a torn rotary cup. And so she ordered one, and of course my sister-in-law sent her another one, and she has texted me several times to let me know that it's really delivered or reduce the pain, and it's soothing. Okay, and so in this cream, it contains shea butter, hemp oil, oil of wintergreen, jojoba, and tea tree oil. Those are expensive ingredients. So that 2-ounce jar normally sells for $19, which includes shipping and handling. But for this week, today until next Monday morning, it'll be on sale for $15.99. Okay? Now, I'm going to do something else for you guys. The first 10 people that send me an order, I'm going to send you 2 black mulberry cuttings, unrooted. Now, you guys know that I told you all that I'm just getting some little shredded pieces off. I told you guys that I would root the comfrey. I rooted the elderberry cuttings, and you can see this is green on the inside because I just pruned all my trees, except a couple that are too tall. My son, who's 6'4", is going to come and do those for me. And I'll talk about that later. And you can, if I put this real close, you can see that they're budding out. So these are viable. And I'm keeping them in the refrigerator at 36 degrees so they won't dry out. But I would mist them down with water, wrap them in paper towel, and put them in bubble wrap and send them to you along with your order. And I'm not selling these. And speaking of selling, let me say this to you. I started YouTube in 2015. I have since deleted the older videos because it was right after I had surgery in here, and I ain't going into that, but I couldn't speak well. And so I don't want to be reminded of that period, so I deleted those videos. But the point I'm making is, from 2015 to the end of 2021, whatever I gave or sent or mailed or shipped, I did that out of the goodness of my heart, and I didn't ask for anything, any money. And then it got out of control. When I say it got out of control, it was too much. It was more expensive, and it kind of like, it was hard for me to do. So I started asking for $5 for shipping. And most people, you know, they have an issue with that. And they sent it, they cashed apped me. And I'm only saying this because I was speaking with someone and they reminded me in a very nice way how I used to give all this stuff away free. But as your subscriber list grows and gets larger and larger and you're giving away more and more stuff, it could be pretty expensive. So that's why I want you all to know or be reminded if you haven't been with me for a while. That's why I asked for a little bit on the shipping. Okay. Unless I tell you ahead of a competition, like there would not be any additional charges. Don't send me any money for these clippings because I'm going to put them in the same box that you get your pain cream, the first 10 people that order that. But I'm going to play a game or two later where I'm going to be giving away the first 2 people. I will pay for the shipping. And if I have enough left, if I think I have enough, I may do a couple more games. And we'll see. And then I'll ask for $5 shipping. And if you don't have a cash app, I'm asking kindly that you don't participate. And if you live in another country, because we have people all over the world that be in our chat sometimes, I'm asking that you don't participate because the shipping will just be too expensive. And I hope you guys understand that. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to offend anybody. Okay? So, if you're in here tonight and you are not a subscriber, when the chat ends, we will be happy to hear from you. And if you have a question, you can type it into the comment area. Okay? So now I'm going to move on. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at the chat again and make sure it wasn't any questions about the mulberries, the special, or anything like that. Hi, Andale. Nice to see you here. Chris White speaking. She's on vacation, but not missing Mondays with Lady Cheryl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My granny's garden is in the house. And Lynette Tucker, I don't know if I spoke to you already. Backyard Farming with Ashley. And I think everybody's just speaking to everybody. Okay, now I'm going to go up to the top. And I'm going to see who was the first person in the house. Now, moderators, correct me if I'm wrong. I see it was Ty Lily and Barb Brownlee. Is that the beginning of the chat, moderators? I see Barb Brownlee and Ty Lily. Somebody let me know if that's correct. Hey, Siobhan, thank you for being here. And Lash's Journey and Rebuy. Thank you for being here. If I pronounced it wrong, just do phonics and write it in there, and I'll get it the next time, I promise. Okay, who's going to tell me the two people that I named? It was Barb Brownlee and Ty Lily. Did anybody differ with that? Okay, so nobody is saying anything different, so I'm assuming that that's right. Andrea Lucas says, I keep the pain cream in my purse when I go out. Okay, thank you. And Dale says she used it on her feet last night. It helped so much. Barb Brownlee says she used the pain cream. I know a lot of you in here have had it. Pain, here come Miss Tia with her commercials. She's so good. I haven't even read it, but I know what she says. In pain, looking ashy, feeling dry, you can check out Lady Cheryl's pain cream. I love you. You are so funny. It works. I'm a witness. And Andrea Lucas is testifying about the hair milk and the shea butter. She went to the salon this week, and everybody was talking about how healthy her hair was. And she sent me a picture too, guys. Yep. Oh, they call me Sunshine is in the house. And Lydia says she's been looking to get more pain cream with all the yard work that she's doing, and her back has been giving her a fit, and she knows the pain cream works. And Lydia bought that pain cream when it first came out, and her brother-in-law, I think it was your brother-in-law, correct me if I'm wrong, Lydia, he was visiting you, and he took your pain cream, and you had to order another and had him one shipped to where he lives too. I just thought that was so beautiful. Okay, now, and Barb Brownlee put the special of the pain cream. Thank you so much, Barb Brownlee. Now, I'm going to make the odds real easy on this question. And nobody can participate except Ty Lily and Barb Brownlee. Okay, I'm going to write this number out real big because I was watching the replay one day, and I said, you couldn't even see what those numbers were. So I'm going to write it real big. And the number is going to be between 1 and 150. Only people I want to respond is Ty Lily and Barb Brownlee. This is for the mulberry cuttings. Please, nobody but those two ladies. You can begin. Barb Brownlee put a guess between 1 and 150. Ty Lily and Barb Brownlee. Thank you, Andale. She's saying start. Let's go, ladies. And the person closest to the number without going over will get it. Okay, we already have a winner. Can y'all see that 100? Can you see it? Barb Brownlee won. That was quick. Lorraine T, you can't play on this game. It was just for Tia, not Tia. Did I say it right? Yeah, Ty Lily. So Barb Brownlee won. I'm giving the people who came in early an edge. Okay. Now, let's go on to some other stuff, and we're going to play a game again later, guys. Don't forget to order your pain cream. The first 10 people will get those mulberry cuttings. Moderators, did I finish everything that I was saying about the, did I leave anything out about the Perks Club and why I asked for shipping charges? Did I leave anything out? I think I was someone else. Oh, okay. GT is in the house. Okay. Did I leave anything out, moderators? Before I move on. Hey, Siobhan Jones. And they're congratulating Barb. Thank you. Okay. And the tea I'm drinking tonight is my relaxation tea. If you are one who have anxiety, I used to, not the kind like a panic attack, but the kind that when people would get on my nerves real bad when I was teaching beauty school. And we were, if it was real crowded or people acting up or whatever, I would get like, okay, I gotta go for a minute to my car. And I would take a break and go out there and pray. God, give me the strength to be here 4 more hours. Because I don't need to go home sick. Because that could have been a lot of tension. So if you have a little anxiety like that, or if you have difficulty sleeping or sleeping disorder, the relaxation tea will really help you. It has a lot of chamomile, passion flower, and lavender. Okay, thank you, Cherie. I wanted to know if I covered everything. Every week I honored my Golden Girls, and these are people who are 70 or above, and they are honorary members of your Eat Your Own Club. And that is Miss Ellen Pankey, Viola Graham, Jean Dudley, Deb M., and Joyce Moore. I'm waiting for us to get Golden Gentleman. Okay. If you have joined one of the Perks Club, please look in the chat box and copy my email address and just email me anything so that I can have you on file when I need to get in touch with you. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the classes that are coming up this month. And the first one will be on Sunday, this Sunday coming, or I should say next Sunday, because Sunday is the beginning of the week. They're always on a Sunday, March the 13th, always at noon, always in before 2 o'clock. Okay? 2 hours. Because that's the charge that I paid for Zoom. And if I go over, I have to pay. And this class is how to formulate products with essential and natural oils. I'm going to do a lecture only, and I'll try to leave at least 25 minutes or more for you to ask specific questions. So all the classes that I've taken, all the experience that I have in making products, I'm going to share with you my product knowledge. Okay? How to keep your skin looking soft and dewy and moist without looking greasy, for example. So if you ask me a question like that one as an example, I can share with you how you can formulate a product, whether it is an oil or cream. And a lot of people, I'm just going to say this little teaser so that you'll know that I'm serious. A lot of people think that all oil has to be or cannot be contained in a product for someone who has overactive sebaceous glands and they have oily zones in their face. They might not have oily skin all over, but they'll have it in their T-zone, right? And they think because they have oily skin there or all over their body that they can't use anything with an oil. But in that class, I'm going to share with you some oils that eat up other oils. Okay? So that's just to give you an example. So again, if you would like to attend that class, and you can attend free, if you are in the Make Your Own Club, shoot me an email. It's up here. And I will send you the code by Friday. And let me make something clear about this class. And this is not addressed to any one person in particular. But going forward, I need to see your face on the screen when you're taking the class. Okay? I don't think I need to elaborate. It's just common sense. Because if I can't see you, I don't know who's watching my class, or who's recording me, or who's making an outline or a synopsis of my course study. So I want to see you on the screen. So put it somewhere where, you know, your privacy won't be invaded. Okay? But I need to see everybody on the screen. One, it's too difficult for me to keep up with everybody. And two, I don't like the fact that I don't know who's watching me or who's recording me. Okay? And if you've ever taken any classes online, you'll know you're getting this class for only $9.99 a month, or $50 if you don't want to be in the Perk Club. That's very reasonable. I'm giving you a lot of knowledge for that one low price. Okay? And I appreciate you. Now, the next class after that, and let me see, we've got people who signed up for that class already. You all know who you are. I've got your email. If you email me and you told me that you wanted to be in the class, I got you. You will get your code, your Zoom link to be in that class before Friday. You'll get yours Thursday. Everybody that's waiting until the last minute, you'll get yours Friday. If I don't hear from you by Friday, then that means you don't want to be in the class. You decide that you have something else to do or you want to sit that one out. I understand. And then the next class after that is going to be in 2 weeks from Sunday. And that's March the 27th, same day of the week, Sunday, same time, noon Central Standard Time. And if you come in here at 7 o'clock and you live in a different time zone, it's the same thing as coming into my Monday Night Live. You know, if you're an hour ahead or an hour or two behind, whatever it is, you figure it out. It's your responsibility to be there on time, okay? And the people will not get the water bath canning class. That's the next class. And we're going to be canning tomatoes. And you will get a week before the class what you need. I'll send a correspondence letter, email, and you will get back to me and let me know if you have a gas stove or electric cooktop. And you have to let me know that you have everything on the list, okay? All right, that's easy. And I've had people that have signed up for that class already, for the water bath canning class, and you know who you are. Look out Thursday morning, and I will send you information. One lady has already told me what she has. Okay, good. Now, the seeds of the month. What do I do with the seeds? They are China rose radishes seeds. You would get about 8 of them. So some people have already told me they wanted the seeds of the month. These radish will grow and from seed to harvest in less than 30 days. So if you want the seeds of the month, I've got 4 people on the list. Anybody else that wants them, just email me at that email address and you will get them. and they will go in a regular envelope. I started on them already. I'm not going to show the address, but it'll look just like this. And then they will be wrapped in bubble wrap so that when it goes through the machine, it won't make the seeds go sterile. Because when I used to send seeds free, I was sending them in an envelope like this with bubble wrap inside of the envelope and a label that I create from going to the post office website, and it had a tracking number. These will not get a tracking number. They'll just be regular mailed, okay? But I haven't had any problems with nobody not getting them. Okay. Any questions on the seed of the month? If you want them. And Auntie's backyard already got it in there. She got my email address. If you want the seed of the month, just say, hey, Lady Cheryl, send my seeds. That's it. And I'll start doing that, okay? And they'll all be in the mail by Friday. Okay. Seeds of the month, seeds of the month. I got the new member's email address. Now, I got an email from a young lady. I don't remember your name, young lady, but it's my last video, and you asked me a question about citrus trees. And I told you, I answered your question, and you were so polite, and you said, thank you for responding so quickly. This happened to be online when I got your email, so I answered some of your questions. And then you asked me some more details, and I told you it was just too much for me to go over in a comment section. I don't like to write paragraphs. And if it's going to take me a couple paragraphs, I'll just table that and let you know that I'll talk about it Monday night. And her question, guys, was something I thought maybe all of you may be interested in because of the time of the year. And a lot of you all, and I've been watching your videos, are transitioning things out of your house, your garage, to outside or out from the greenhouse. Like in my video, I moved all of the, I didn't do it, my son-in-law moved all of my utility carts out into the yard. And we're going to have a temperature of 25 degrees Saturday morning. So I'm just going to cover them with frost cloths because they all can take a temperature of 25. Now, if it gets colder than that, and that should change, I may have to wheel them in the garage. But for right now, I think I can just, they're all sitting there together. I can wrap them up. And getting to this young lady's question, she was wondering why things were so yellowing or the leaves curling. And I just thought I would use that for one of the topics that I would talk about tonight because, as I previously stated, a lot of people are going through a transition or different environment with their citrus trees, starting to introduce them to the outside environment. And the only one of my trees that is showing signs of shock is the improved Meyer lemon. The leaves are curling a little bit and it's getting a little yellow. But you have to realize that on sunny days when it's 80 degrees in the greenhouse, or outside, it's 105 or more in the greenhouse because the sun solarizes that plastic and it gets hot really fast. And that's why I don't have my monitor with me, probably in my pocket when I went outside the last time before going live. That's why I'm always monitoring the temperature. So I have to go in there and raise the shade cloths, open up a window, or even cut out a window. I've been known to do that too. Whatever I got to do to keep the temperature at a nice even keel, because having a drastic change in the temperature like that will throw your plants, not just your trees, but your plants too, in shock. And also, when you have a temperature of 85 or above, and you guys know I'm growing tomatoes, I just took these off today. The flowers won't bloom when it's past 85 or higher. And if you have some flowers, as I mentioned in my last video, those flowers will shrivel up and they won't produce any tomatoes. Okay? Now, I could have went to Whole Foods and got 3 or 4 dozen tomatoes instead of having fun with them in the greenhouse, monitoring the temperature, lighting the rocket stove, plugging in the little small heaters, lighting my vintage lamp. But you gotta realize that it's my passion, pushing the envelope. So I wanna do what people tell me I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I like pushing the envelope, and I like having those fresh tomatoes in the winter time. So that's why I do what I do. Now, I do this every year. Some years are better depending on the variety of the tomatoes that I grow. And even though I did good this year, don't get me wrong, this one I will grow in the spring, this tomato basket. I would grow that in the spring because it takes too long for it to develop. And these are just the small ones. There's some ones in it that are huge. And I'm going to do that green emerald again. But I think I'm going to do, I got a whole lot of tomato seeds, guys. I have a lot of different varieties. So I'm going to switch it up. Every year I do something different. And I was talking to a dear friend today, and I was telling her that next year, every year I need a challenge. I need a challenge. When you've been gardening 40 years or more, or 30 years in the same spot, I got to have a challenge. So you guys know that I start seeds. I had some in my foyer. I had some in my grow room. My challenge for 2023 will be to start all my seeds in the greenhouse. Anybody think I can do it? Thank you. Hey, Growing Hudson. I didn't know you were here yet. And she's telling everybody that's driving to be safe. Thank you so much. So that's my challenge. Every year I have a challenge. I name my garden something. I don't want to go to all the previous years, but this year's Garden of Gratitude. And I have, guys, you all have blessed me with a lot of seeds. And I just want to say thank you. And next year I'm going to do, and the other theme I had this year was Garden of Gratitude. And I showed you that I didn't use any 6-pack sales. I didn't use any fancy cups. Yes, I did. With the elderberries, I started off with some of them nice little domes when I first started them. But for my regular spring and summer garden seedlings, I used old sandwich Tupperware or containers. And of course, you guys know I use the 2-cup method. And next year, I'm going to break down. I'm going to buy some 6-pack sales and stuff like that. And won't be so hard with the domes over it, because that's going to be my goal. I haven't named my garden yet. The Lord has sent it to me. But I do know that he put on my heart to stop overworking yourself, taking this stuff out of the house and bringing it to the greenhouse. So I'm going to leave my tables and everything set up just like they are. And I'm going to grow those seeds inside next year. Now, I want to give a shout out to a young lady that said something in my live last week. And I think she's here. Let me go back up here and see if I can. Yeah, I think I just saw it. Grandmama Grows. Is she in the house? She said something last week, and I said, I've never heard of that. And I'm so glad that she said it. She typed it in the chat, that black pepper can help with fungus. And I said, I never heard of that. But I didn't say she was wrong. I just said, that's interesting. All this time I've been gardening, I never heard of that. I stayed up, guys, about 3 hours investigating and researching. And of course, I put in the comments and pinned it to the top that Grandmama Grows was absolutely right. Just because you haven't heard of something before, it doesn't mean that it's not true. So you don't have to take people at face value. If they got a lot of experience, you probably could, but you still should already always back it up by research. Don't just wait for somebody to hand you, do this, A, B, do this, C, do this. I'm methodical the way I teach in my videos, but I want you all to challenge me and look it up for yourself. That's how you remember. So when she said that, and I started Googling it, and I got more articles, I learned a whole lot about that black pepper. You know that black pepper will uptake and go into the system of your, and I'm trying to say this not like I'm a scientist because I'm not, but it will go inside of the plant and help the plant, strengthen the plant, and help it ward off other infestations, not just from the fungus gnats. And by the way, I don't know if I said that, using black pepper on the fungus that the fungus gnats create. And what the fungus gnats do is they gnaw on those roots. They get all down in that soil and they create a fungus. And just because you see it on top, it's all in there if you let it get out of control. So that black pepper will kill that fungus and fungus gnats, and then the black pepper goes through your system. And you know what I can relate it to? Turmeric. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. You guys know that I sell the turmeric honey, right? Well, the turmeric honey is the only honey that I sell that has an extra ingredient in it, and it's black pepper, because it allows it to get into your bloodstream faster. The nutritional value of the turmeric that eases the pain from your arthritis by shrinking the inflammation. See, I learned about that because, I told you about this arm 5 inches bigger than this arm because they took 16 lymph nodes out from under my arm when I was going through the breast cancer surgery and treatment and all of that. So that's when I got into the turmeric. And then I got into golden milk. A lot of you know a lot about it that have done your research. You put a little bit of black pepper in there with that turmeric, that golden milk, or the honey as I sell it. So I started saying, that makes sense. And I couldn't wait until Monday. Because I didn't know if Grandma Groves was going to go back and read the comments or whatever, or look at the chat. I emailed her. She was totally shocked when I emailed her and let her know, you are absolutely right. And so this story has a moral. The reason why I'm bringing it up, because I want you all to try it. Now I want you to look here. These two plants were planted on the same day. This one, can y'all see that? It's a little mold right down here in the center of here. This one had the same mold problem from the fungus gnats. I put the black pepper on this one. I didn't put the black pepper on this one. I just used the peroxide water. 3 parts water, 1 part I got it right here, 3% hydrogen peroxide. In fact, Whole Foods is delivering me some more of this tomorrow morning because I placed the order. I put hydrogen peroxide on this one. I put black pepper on this one. You don't see any mold. Only thing I wish I had done so I could really prove it to you, and I hope by now you know that I don't have no reason to be facetious. I wouldn't want to put something on my plants and then all your plants are ruined. I put black pepper on this one. I put hydrogen peroxide on this one, and this one, the mold is gone. So everybody, help me give Grandmama Groves a shout out or a hand clap. And Grandmama Groves doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's going to have one soon. But what I want to do for anybody that doesn't have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram, if you have Facebook or Twitter or TikTok even, you can put your link to whatever it is when only the people that are in the Perks clubs. Let me say this a couple of times because we always have somebody get their feelings hurt. Only the moderators and anybody that is in your eat your own, eat, and make your own clubs. And so right now, I want you all to put it in for me. If you are in a club, grow your own club, eat your own club, make your own club, you could put in your YouTube channel, your Instagram, because I know Grandmama Grows has an Instagram, but she's working on that YouTube channel. So go ahead and put it in now. Hey, Tuck Beat, thank you for being here. Copham Creations, I think I spoke to you. Thank you for being here. Okay, guys, if you have a channel, put it in now. This is a free advertisement because I never unpublish my comments. Thank you, Antia. Thank you, Andale, putting her YouTube channel in. At Cherry Moss Farms. Lorraine T, if you have a YouTube channel, a TikTok, whatever you all want to do, put it in. That's good to know. I have to use that black pepper too. Be careful. I had to put a mask on because I was sneezing like crazy. And I mean, I put it in a lot of plants after I saw it didn't kill them. I'm just keeping it real. I waited to make sure that it wouldn't kill them first. So this one that still has a little mold right there in the center, I'm going to put black pepper on it in the morning or tonight. And this is my diluted, use this tissue. This is my diluted hydrogen peroxide. And the reason why I said I had to order another one, because I don't have any more. Just a little in there. This is a Equate brand. This came from Walmart. Okay. Best Yet put her channel up. Thank you so much. Growing with Hudson. Somebody, I think it's Growing with Hudson. Did you put Miss Ellen Panties in? Auntie Ellen? Antia? Putting her Facebook in. Yeah, one or the other. I just wanted to be fair to you all. Because some of you are getting ready to start channels. Some of you, I don't think I need peroxide in here. It won't hurt me if it's just a little more oxygen. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. Now, I'm going to get back to those citrus trees. I'm not finished. And while I'm giving them some time to get that all done, I want you to know I'm going to talk about citrus trees. I'm going to talk about the Hummingbird Moth. Scared me to death last night when I went to close up the greenhouse. Because I had never seen one at nighttime. And then I did some research. You know, I'm always researching to see, do they come out at night? And yes, they can come out at night. So let me get back to the citrus trees. Now, Extraordinary says she just added black pepper to all of her house plants. Cool. And Ty Lily said, that just answered my question for tonight because my potted citrus trees developed a white fuzzy fungus on the soil. Try sprinkling with cinnamon. We'll try the black pepper and the peroxide. I think I would do the 1-2 punch. I think I would sprinkle the little black pepper and then seal it in with the peroxide. That's what I'm going to do for any fungus that I see tomorrow. Yes, Big Mama's Garden. You're just adding it to the soil. Just anywhere where you see mold. And if you don't have any mold, just take your plant like this. I'm going to try to pick it up like this and just go around in a circle. And just go around in a circle. That's what I did. And I started sneezing because you're shaking it. And then I had to go and do something else. Okay. All right. I think everybody got it in. Regina Tyson says, I don't know how to do any of that. I only just have my phone. Regina, do you have a YouTube channel? That's what I record on my phone. I just look at the chat online and my notes on my PC, but I do everything on my phone. Hey, Grandmama Grows, we're just talking about you. You missed it. You're going to have to watch the replay when I talked about the black pepper. Gave you your props. Hey, Auntie's Garden, thank you for being here. So yeah, we talked about the black pepper, Grandmama Grows, and how it works, and gave you your props, and how I researched it, because I told people don't take people's YouTube channels word for everything. You all have to go back and research stuff too. Okay, now check this out. Everybody should be in now. I need to move on to these citrus trees. So if you got yellowing leaves, don't automatically think that you need to add nitrogen to it. That's not really the case in most cases. It could be another deficiency, or it could be overwatered, underwatered, or too much fluctuation in the climate, the temperature, and humidity. So give it a little time to regulate itself, okay? Now, if you have a brand new tree, and you know, guys know I just use the comfrey, worm castings, azomite, rock dust. I use garden lime with my peppers and my tomatoes so I don't get blossom and rot. But when I first buy a tree, I would buy one natural organic fertilizer. It's called, okay, let me go get it. It's right there by the back door. I only when I have a brand new tree, because I haven't built up enough nutrition in the soil to just use the comfrey. So this is what it is. It's 633 NPK, and it's called Citrus Mix, and it's an organic fertilizer. I only put this on my 5 citrus trees. I got it from Amazon. So giving it just straight nitrogen is not what it needs. It does need some nitrogen. But if you want an overall organic citrus fertilizer, this is the one. Okay? And you can see that box is heavy because I bought that when I bought those citrus trees in March after the solar freeze we had. And then here is the other one that I use. It's almost a whole box, because I only do it when I'm planting a blackberry, blueberry, mulberry, any kind of one of those bushes. Only when I first get it, and then after that, I just use the comfrey tea and the worm castings, the azomite, rock dust. You all know. And this is all natural fertilizer. It's organic, and it is NPK 436. So I use this on my blackberries and my mulberry tree. Only when I'm doing something new or rooting something, okay? Then after that, they just get the regular old, I'm trying to say comfrey. And speaking of comfrey, I'm gonna get back to the citrus trees. You guys know I bit off more than I can chew with those comfrey cuttings, because I wanted to root them for you. I heard about a lot of soil, and it was a lot of work. Going forward, now that I know that my comfrey is mature enough to send it to you, just a cutting like I bought it off eBay, going forward, I've been saying further instead of forward. Going forward, I'm not going to be rooting anything. I'm not going to root the elderberries. I'm not going to root the comfrey. I'll just send you the cuttings. You guys are sharp. You can look at my videos and learn how to do it. It's very, very easy. Okay? Because it depends on the weather, if the leaves are going to be wilted when you get it. And I usually write a little postcard and tell you, don't worry about it if they get wilted during the shipping process. They'll grow back. And some of you are still sending me pictures, and I love it. When I say I like to get email for pictures of your status. I mean that from my heart. I don't like to email with simple questions that you can Google, to be honest with you. Okay? But I'd like to see your progress on your elderberry bushes, your saplings, your turkey, brown turkey figs, all of that. Now, let's get back to the citrus. This product I have, and you can see, I barely used any of it. I've had it about 4 or 5 years. It's called Chelated Iron. And I was watching, gosh, I don't know the name of the YouTuber, and he said that when you have a lot of, I'm gonna read it, for the correction of and prevention of foliage yellowing due to iron deficiency of flowers, shrub, trees, vegetables, and lawn. And I only use this maybe 3 times, about a half an ounce in a gallon of water, and the yellowing went away. And I don't even know if it's an expiration date on it because I've had it for a long time. Like I said, I've only used it a couple of times. And you're supposed to shake it well before you use it. And it says 1 tablespoon, which is a half an ounce, to a gallon of water. And I used an ounce each time. Shook it up, put in a little ounce in there, or several tablespoons, and that'll work. And then I brought some other products out. So that take care of your citrus tree question. You could try a citrus tree organic fertilizer. You can try waiting it out to see if it's in shock because of the different fluctuations in the temperature. If you have any areas on the tree that need to be pruned, you'll know when they're dead when you snap them off and you don't see any green like you see green here on these tips. Then you want to prune them. Okay, and let me share this with you. Anything that looks dead or diseased, you want to make sure that you sanitize your shears, your pruning shears, your pruning nippers, whatever you're using, and make sure that you clean your blade after every cut. Now, I've seen people doing it, and they go from tree to tree to tree. Now, I don't sanitize the shears or the pruners after every cut. If I'm looking at my Sun Glow nectarine, and it's healthy, and I don't see any disease, no infestation or anything like that, I just prune the whole tree. But anytime I come up against any type of thing that looks diseased or dead, I sanitize up after each pruning. And you can use like a bottle and spray on them and wipe them off. But I like these because it's real easy, and you don't have to keep reaching for paper towel or napkin or a rag or whatever. And you know that you used it one time, and you're not transmitting that bacteria or that fungus or that virus from one tree to another. So far in my food forest, I only have 1 tree that looked like it's still trying to fight something. And so I trimmed that tree, sanitize it after every cut, and I had a little bag with me to put those clippings in, because you don't want to put that on the ground and the wind carry it, those spores or something, and then you have fire blight or whatever that is. Now, I do have some trees in my food forest that had fire blight at one time, but I think they're just about over it. And those trees, anywhere where I saw that there was browning of the bark of the branches, I sanitized after each one. So now is the time, if you live in zone 8 or higher, is to trim your trees. You could have did it Valentine's Day, from Valentine's to the second week in March. Before the tree starts to put on flowers, make sure that you do your pruning. Now, I didn't make a video on pruning because I don't think I know enough about pruning to share with you, but I did post on my community board the Stark Brothers, somebody that they had put a video out, and I thought it was excellent. They have several of them, but that's not the one I put on my community board. I'm sorry, guys. I put on the community board a new video. I got an email from Stark Brothers where they were using Dormant Spray. So this is another thing that I have here. And I'm probably going to have to order another one because you need to do this about every 2 weeks. And this is an organic gardening product, and it's called All Season Horticultural Spray. Did I say that right? Horticultural Spray. It's a dormant spray oil. Follow the directions. Get you one of those big sprayers. Cover yourself up. Because I had on a mask and I did it without my glasses. I don't know what I was thinking. And I got a little irritation right around here, but it cleared up. Because I did this, I think it was Wednesday of last. So it's in my journal. So I hope everybody got this. This is another product. Hi, Brenda. I got this off of Amazon. I'm going to need another one because I got enough for maybe one more spray. And then I had somebody to send me a comment about BT, using it as a fungal spray. I don't think they meant any harm, but this is not for antifungal. I can't even pronounce this word. People just call it Monterey BT, but it is really, where is it? Bacillus thuringiensis. People just say BT because it's an organic product that you can use to control caterpillars on your fruit and vegetables and ornamentals and shade trees. This is not an antifungal. This is another product that is I got almost a whole container because I hardly ever use it. When you see those caterpillars that lay them little worms for squash bugs and tomato hornworms, stuff like that, you can use it for that. So I think that's what I have in my arsenal to share with you. One more thing. Once you transition your plants from inside, whether it is a greenhouse or in your grow room or in your kitchen window sill, start putting your mosquito bits in your rainwater. Okay? And then you will kill the fungus gnats through the water, because this is an organic product and it creates an organic fungus that is safe to use around people. It's on here somewhere. I saw, oh yeah, here it is right here in yellow. Can be used around people, pets, plants, fish, and livestock. So it's nothing in here that's going to hurt your seedlings once they get a substantial size and you start watering them. So by the time you take them outside, you're watering with rainwater or your city water. You can start putting a little, sparingly, use a little of this when you're watering your seedlings. And it is also one that is systematic, that will get in the system of the plant and help them fight off an infestation. So tonight it was all about education, all about pruning your trees, being sanitary, any branch that looks suspect, keep it separated and sanitized after you nip that branch off and put it separately. Don't put it in your compost. Don't automatically assume if you have yellowing of the leaves on a fruit tree that it needs to have nitrogen. Please, please, people, give it an all-purpose, what's one I used to use? Dr. something. Can anybody help me? It's an organic fertilizer. It's very expensive. I used to use that before I got into comfrey. It's a fruit tree fertilizer. As long as it's organic, if that's what you want to use and you don't have mature enough comfrey. See, I've got some comfrey that been brewing all winter long and froze and thawed out and froze again. So I'm good to go. Bobby Wilson, Dr. Earth. That is right. Thank you, Bobby. Dr. Earth. And C. Thomas said the same thing. Hey, C. Thomas. Yeah. So if you don't have comfrey or you don't have you don't know of a reputable organic fertilizer, that's one that I recommend. I did use that before I really got into the comfrey. Hey, they call me Sunshine. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Okay, so pick up some 3% household peroxide. I ordered 2 black peppers because I used all the other. Don't forget about the horticultural oil, dormant oil. You need to spray about every 2 weeks. If you don't, you're going to have worms and stuff all in your fruit. Put it on your calendar, your schedule. Be real meticulous about this because things was going so fast. My world was spinning with orders and blah, 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 blah. I did not spray that last time. And this one is safe for you to use all throughout the growing season, all year round. And this is what I like about it. It kills scale, spider mites, and that's what I have an infestation in my yard. It comes out every year around May, well, around June. And so it'll kill the eggs, the scale, the spider mites, and it does it by smothering. And right down here it tells you it's for organic gardening. And this is safe to use even if you got fruit on the tree. So you have to be careful about a lot of those, what do they call them, insecticides, pesticides, whatever, for dormant. It's too strong. So get you something if you don't want to use this. I love this all seasons. Okay. You know, you can use alcohol. I like the little swabs. And the mosquito bits, I think I already mentioned that. And the BT will kill the squash caterpillar bugs and the hornworm bugs, but this is not for fungal stuff. Okay, I showed you my little tomatoes. I told you about the pain cream. I'm going to have one more contest so 2 people can win. And I was looking at my canned stuff, thinking about what I was going to share in my class that's coming up March the 27th. Here is apple butter. I canned it 9/21. September, year 2021. It's apple butter. I'm going to have some for breakfast tomorrow. These apples came out of my food forest. Isn't that great? I'll probably do a community post with my toast and my little apple butter. And if I can find a picture of the apples, I'll do that tomorrow just to try to motivate you. Okay, the last thing on my list I want to tell you about is the hummingbird. That's what scared me to death last night. It was flying all around, and I have a little video of it. And it's kind of grainy because it's real dark, but I'm inserted in my next video. And I walked out to close up the greenhouse when I realized it was going to be cooler than I thought. I checked the weather. And at first, I'm going to be honest with you, at first I said, what is that hummingbird over there by my grapefruit tree? And I squished up and looked at it real good and got a little bit closer. It was the Hummingbird Moth. I had never seen a hummingbird at night, and I'd never seen that moth at night. And when I went and looked it up, and it makes a little sound because it flaps its wings 70 times per second, I think. Yeah, 70 times a minute. That's not that fast. But it was just making a little flapping sound. And it was like a mama and a medium-sized one. You know what I'm saying? And it looks just like a hummingbird, but it's not a bird. It's an insect. And they pollinate off of your flowers. And at night, the grapefruit flowers they stand out. Kind of like the moonflowers, the seeds that I sent you guys, some of you all. They stand out at night, and I guess that's why they were drawn to and the fact that I have a whole lot of solar lights all around in my backyard. But check it out, check it out. Renaissance grandmama said, I think I gained 5 pounds from eating my home apple butter. I haven't had none all winter. I try to, save it a little bit. So when this top comes off, it'll be a plastic one that I use. And I usually use that kind of stuff when my grandkids come over. So I don't like to eat it all up at one time. I got about 3 jars of it left. But I didn't eat any of it this whole, well, I'm going to tell you, the reason why I haven't eaten it, I forgot about it. And I have some jujube. Y'all know what that is, right? It fruited for the first time. And I made, and some people call it jujube or jujube. Jujube or jujube. I don't know. I made butter out of that too. But I put monk fruit, natural sweetener. So this doesn't have sugar in it or honey. It has the natural sweetener monk fruit. It's really good for canning. And when I want to do my teas, I use my homemade stevia. And I have a video on that. And when I'm doing my baking, I use Swerve. I've learned which ones taste better in which form or what you're putting it in. Okay? All right, so I went over everything I wanted to go over. I'm ready to take your questions. Oh, I'm going to show you Antia in my backyard. I'm going to show you the one I saw in my backyard, Antia's backyard, in the next video that I do. I will put it there. And thank you, Antia, for putting the question marks there. Any questions, guys? I'm here to answer them for you. Any questions? And then I'll do a contest. And don't forget, those of you that ordered the special, I'm going to send you 2 mulberry cuttings. Okay, I guess we don't have any questions. You have a number of product questions higher in the chat. What's a tasty banana tree for growing in Zone 8A? Orinco Musa, or Musa Orinco. I got my corms from eBay. They came back when I thought they were dead. They came back from the roots. After I piled up a whole lot of dead trees and pepper plants and all stuff on top of them, and I made a hugel culture, it's all the way disintegrated, decomposed to the ground. But anyway, like 3 months later, after I did all that, they rose head. So if you're in Zone A, that's my 8A, that's my same zone, and they're called Musa Orinco, O-R-I-N-C-O, Musa, M-U-S-A. Go to eBay. That's where I got mine from. Okay, the next one. I have a baby mulberry plant in the window from Amazon. Can I keep it growing indoors? I wouldn't. You're going to have to get a certain amount of chill hours. You got to look up from your zone. You got to find them. You got to look up that specific type, what zones it grows in, and how many chill hours that it needs. Okay, I'm going back up. And that cola tea, that banana I named you, the Musa Orinco, I may not be pronouncing it right, but you'll find it if you start putting Musa in there on eBay. That is a delicious banana. Once you eat it just tastes completely different. And the bananas that we grow in our backyards or on our property, they're not going to be real big. They're smaller bananas. But they taste like banana flavoring. And once you eat them, you're going to know the difference. Because some of the bananas you get them, they ship them green. And they put chemicals on them sometimes to make them ripen fast. But they don't even taste. I got 3 bananas on my counter over here that I didn't even eat. I'm probably going to make muffins out of them because they didn't have any taste to them. Okay, let me go back up higher. I guess I got all of those. Okay, you have a number of questions about products and higher in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna go back up and try it, but I'm gonna get these ones that I see real good. Hi, Lady Cheryl. Have you ever grew a cherry tree, and how long does it take for it to produce fruit? Okay, mine. I have 5 cherry trees. I have no fruit yet. 3 of them are new this year, or last year, and 2 of them that I have in a raised bed flowered, but I needed another tree for them to cross-pollinate. So I'm expecting a couple more years, then I'll get fruit. But I killed some fruit trees. I laugh every time I say that. I killed some trees. Didn't know what I was doing. Cherry trees, let me share this with you, do not like wet feet. Nectarines and peach trees do not like wet feet. And what I mean by wet feet is if you don't have a well-draining soil, they will be just sitting in a pool of water during your rainy season. See, Texas is weird. We have this up and down bipolar weather in December. Then March, April, May, we get this real rainy period where we just have like flash flood warnings. Now, in my residence, I've never had any water to come inside of my home, but it will be pools in the yard because I live in a rent style house and it's built up a little bit. And then the backyard goes down on the slope. And so I've made the mistake of planting trees in the ground when they weren't mature enough and they died because they got root rot. And so Stark Brothers was real nice to me. They explained to me what I probably did wrong when they asked me a series of questions. But because they have that money back guarantee, they sent me more trees. And the lady told me to take them and put them in raised garden beds. So I have 2 in raised garden beds, and I have 3, the newer ones, in containers. And they may go in the garden bed this year, or they may go the following year. Okay? But as a rule, it takes 4 to 5 years for stone fruit to make it. You may get a little bit, but a stone fruit tree, I usually remove the fruit off of it for the first 2 years. Now, if you have purchased a more mature fruit tree, you may get fruit a little bit sooner. I purchased 2 trees, and I'm only going to give you the initials of the company. It's called TY, and you all can Google and figure it out. And I paid about $200, and the trees were dead on arrival because I just kept going down further and further, peeling away the bark, and it was dead, even at the bottom. It was dead below the graft because most bare root trees, the most fruit trees, period, are grafted onto a faster growing stock. For example, improved Meyer lemon, my grapefruit tree, my Satsuma trees, they are all on a sour orange stock. And they've been grafted. And you'll see a line of demarcation where, trying to think of something to show you. There's an obvious difference in this green handle here. Let's just say this is the root stock and then this is the tree. There'll be an obvious difference. You can look on your trees and see. So it depends on what root stock they've been grafted to and how mature or how wide the bark is on that trunk. You would know. But as a rule, most trees, I take the fruit off the first year. Some, if they just have 1 or 2 pieces of fruit, I will take them off the second year. But I will let them grow the third year, or whatever they're going to do. Okay? So I hope I answered your question. After treating with cinnamon, black pepper, or peroxide, can soil be reclaimed? Oh, yes. Very good question, Armani. Yes. Okay. Yes. The hummingbird moth is very large. It looks just like almost the size of the hummingbird, except it doesn't have that long beak that the hummingbird has. Man, they come out in the daytime. They love my Texas star hibiscus, but I've never, ever had my phone on me to capture it. So I have these little smocks I used to wear when I was instructing beauty school, and I try to go out there with at least one phone in my pocket, and I'm going to capture it this year because I'm determined to. Okay, so how do I plant my cabbage in the window growing? It has heads growing on them, and how do I plant them in the dirt? Wow, it's forming a head already? Sweetie, it's you just dig a hole, remove it out of what container it is, and dig a hole of that size and almost 2 sizes the size of whatever it's in, and just put it in there. That's it. And make sure you press down so you don't have air pockets, and you slowly water it to make sure that you compacted that soil a little bit so you don't have any pockets of water, which will cause root rot just as quick as fungus gnats will. That's amazing that your cabbage is heading in the window. Oh, yes. Thanks so much. Yes, the hummingbirds do love the high biscuits, and the deer's little too. Oh, wow. I don't have any deer in my area. Okay, I'm going back and looking at it for some questions about products. I was wondering what you were doing with the YouTube IDs in the chat at home with Cheryl. That's somebody else's. You put her name. Put the person's name first, Bernie, and then I won't even read it. So I'll know, you know. Tabs open. They call me Sunshine. Okay, thank you. Thanks, David Corey. Okay, I know what y'all talking about now, browsers. Okay. And Bernie, I don't know if I spoke to you. Thank you for being here. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, I think I got everybody's question. It was a question about products. I answered Tuck's about the Mulberry. Regina Tyson, can you repeat the boxes you want to write them down? What boxes? But grow your own, eat your own, make your own? The Perk Clubs? What other boxes, guys? Tell me what other boxes you're talking about, sweetie, and I'll be happy to repeat them. And then I'm going to let somebody else win a cutting. Regina Tyson said, I tried to email you, but all I got was your YouTube channel. Okay, let me go up to the top. Okay. Let me put my email channel in there for you again. Okay, what happened here? You clicking on the one to join the groups. But let me give you the email. I can copy the link real quick. Somebody probably can do it faster than I am. Can. Okay. There it is. LadyCherylsNaturalProducts at gmail.com. You're welcome, Imani. The fertilizer. Oh, gotcha. If I ever use any commercial fertilizer, it'll be for citrus trees when I first get them. This is heavy because this is new. This is called Citrus Mix. And you'll see these big lemons on the box. Citrus Mix. Now, your berries, your azaleas, blueberries, blackberries, mulberries, they all need a different type of mix because you need to lower the pH. Lower than citrus trees and fruit trees. So this is a perfect acid acid mix. And you'll see some berries on it. NPK of 436. Okay? All right, and I think that's it. And then I showed the mosquito bits that you can use after your seedlings get a healthy size. When they're about 2 months old, you can start watering them in water that you've treated with a little of this. Read your directions. But don't put this in when you first start germinating seeds. It's too strong. Okay? I think somebody mentioned last week about you can make you get a fungus. Yeah, because you're not supposed to put that on young seedlings. Okay. When do you spray dormant oil on the fruit trees? All year long. Once they go dormant, you can stop. But once you see them start pushing out the little buds, then you want to do it every 2 weeks or at least once a month. Now, I got a lot of fruit trees, so I'm going to do mine every 2 weeks. That's what Stark Brothers recommend. The Chelated Iron. This is the one that I got. And I got it off of Amazon. Chelated Liquid Iron. And you can see, you can screenshot it. Thank you, Auntie. Okay. Good night, Aunt Ellen. Okay. I think I got everybody. Moderators, did I forget anybody? But I'm going to play a game so somebody can win. And this will go for anybody. Let me see how many. Moderators, you don't have to play. I'm going to send every one of my moderators a cutting. Okay? I'm going to send all the moderators a cutting. I just asked you sending $5 in my Cash App. Okay. Anybody else that wants to play that hasn't won already or placed an order and they're already getting 2. Please don't play if you've already placed an order. Yes, Bernie, I'll show it to you in a minute. What I use to spray. If you place the order, you're already going to get the mulberry cutting, so don't play the game. If you're a moderator, please don't play because I'm going to send you a cutting. And if you already won tonight, which was Barb Brownlee, you don't have to play because you're already getting a cutting. Okay, everybody else can play. The number is, can you see that right there? I think you can see that. No, you can't see. The number is between, oh, wait a minute, put my starts. You're welcome, Grandmama Grows. And I'm going to show the bottle after the person wins. And this person doesn't have to pay for shipping. Because I did one in the beginning, I'm doing one on the end. I'll pay for those. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. She put start. The number is between 1 and 300. Ty Lily really put down everything. Who got 18, 5, 2, 70? David, you are a mess. Stop. Stop. David put all those crazy numbers and then he put 250 and he won. 250. Can y'all see it? Right there. David Corey, shoot me an address. No post office box. I'm not going to come rob your house. I don't send plants and seeds to post office boxes. And Miss Barb Brownlee, please send me an address. And all moderators, send me $5 so I can send you a cutting. If you want it. You don't have to. Because it's about 10 of you all. When you're talking $50. Come on now. I'm a widow woman. On a fixed income. Well, semi-fixed. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Did I miss anyone's question? Oh, Bernie. Here you go, Bernie. It's a backpack kind. And I don't like the ones that has the plastic wand. I end up buying one every year. This year, I got a little bit more expensive one that has the brass wands. And it doesn't clog up that much. And you know how you do it. You have to pump it. You fill, don't overfill it too. You fill it too here for the gallon. And then you have to turn it. And then pump, 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 pump until you get the air in it. Okay? And then always make sure you rinse it out with water, pump again, and clean it out so that you'll know a little water was coming out of here. You'll know what you used it on the last time. Okay? All right. Are there any other questions? Thank you, Amani. You're so sweet. Okay, guys, I think we're going to get out of here a little earlier tonight. And yeah, it was on sale for either $19.99 or $24.99. And I bought one a couple years ago. Was a 2-gallon, and it fit on my back, across my back, but it hurt my shoulder too much. So I use it to make compost tea because it has a strainer in it. And then the little cheap ones you get at Home Depot and $9.99 Lowe's, and they only last about a year. So I think this brass one will last a little bit longer. I'll let you all know. You're welcome, David. What are the mosquito bits used for? David, you put it in your rain barrels. I hope you're collecting water. And they will kill the fungus gnat or their larvae. So that when you water your plants with it, if you have some in your soil, it's going to kill. See, the fungus gnats that you see on top, that is just the surface of the issue. They go all the way down to the bottom where the roots are and start creating that fungus, and it eats up your roots. So your starts will die for 2 reasons. Well, actually 3. You can do everything right and some transplants can go into shock. But the main 2 reasons why your transplants, because once they get this age, this is a transplant. This is a seedling, this is a transplant. Okay? Once it gets a certain age, and it's infested with the fungus gnats, it'll eat up the roots and they'll limp over and they'll be dead. You're going to lose a few if you don't take precautions. And the other reason why you will lose it is because if you create a pool of air where water can get it, you don't press. Every time you see me transplanting or potting up something, I get that camera in real close and I show you how I make the hole, how I put the seedling in, and then I press down to firm up the soil. You press down to compress it down, so that you don't have a pool of water sitting there, and then you'll get root rot that way too. So you get shock, fungus gnats, or root rot. You're going to have some plants that will die. But the more precautions you take, the less plants or seedlings or transplants you'll have that will die. Now, I'm in the North Texas Facebook group, and I put a picture of Bria. Oh, I got do not disturb, so it's not loading. Oh, here it's doing it. Yes. Somebody want to see a picture of my greenhouse? I'm gonna send them the video. But I put a picture. You can't see this because this is my raggedy phone. This is the one that's broke that I'm gonna trade in and get another one. And my other phone is up there. But what I wanted to show was I put a picture of Bria holding up, and I don't have to show it to you because I put it on the community post on YouTube. And she's already got to 323 people like her little cheeks, smiling, harvesting the small orange sweet peppers. And Brian was sick Saturday. He was sent home from school. He's doing fine now, Thursday, because he had a temperature. But he's doing fine, so it was just Bria and I having some big mama and granddaughter time. And so she was like, she was the boss. And she got to harvest with me in the greenhouse. So yeah. So when your plants are real young, don't use this on them. Wait until they're ready to be hardened off or transplant it, then you can use this. Just put it like a tablespoon in. I only put 2 tablespoons in a 33-gallon trash can that I have water in. It's sad for me to tell you this, but I have 2 expensive 75-gallon rain barrels that look like granite, that the spigots broke, and I never had them repaired. People tell me I could do it myself, but I don't think so. But I'm going to have a plumber do it and fix them. Okay? All right. Please list the brand for the Chelated Iron. Where'd it go? Oh. Southern Agriculture. It says Southern Ag, AG. And that's the name of the company, Southern Agriculture. I've only used this a couple of times, so it'll last you a long time. Were there any other questions? Hey, Siobhan, I think I spoke to you earlier. Oh, thank you, Mary Groves with me. I love this chat, and I think you're an amazing person. Oh, thank you, honey child. My mother used to say that. Thank you, honey child. Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Lavender, for the information. Yeah, I try to come with you some information. Try to help, guys. I'm going to do this as long as the Lord will allow me to. Okay? Good night. Grow your own, eat your own. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Good night, everybody. See you next Monday, same time, same station.